Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Renu. I'm ready with yet another update on TR to PR pathway. Federal Skilled Worker Program PNP is still not being able to get maximum rollout, so I'm not going to cover the timelines for that program. So in last week itself, we have got good number of rollouts under Stream B specifically. IG Stream is definitely going through a smooth patch, and a lot of you actually got through AOR, ADR, and of course the PR card in first 2 to 3 hours of May 6th. So yeah, hold on tight. It could be anytime. Make sure you link up your application with UCI number, family name, date of birth, and I have already explained the process in the description box below. Now, let's move on to first timeline out here in Stream B. He has applied on June 15th. Now, there are many candidates who have applied in May and beginning of June. They haven't received anything from IRCC. So it's just a matter of time. So you just have to make sure that update your information to IRCC, and it could be anytime. In this case, he got the AOR, and then there was an ADR on the very same day. Majority of you would get the ADR for a couple of documents if you've not been able to complete it in time at the time of file submission, or the police clearance certificate. PCC has to be valid for at least last 6 months time. In case if you have not traveled outside of Canada, definitely you can submit the expired one with an LOE and confirmation receipt for the new one. It was on February 28th where he got the ADR, and then another ADR actually came for medical, like the medicals to be submitted, and then T4 form and notice for assessment immediately after 18 days. That was on March 18th. So there is a possibility that you might get couple of ADRs. So it depends upon the visa officer. Sometimes you will just get it in one go, and sometimes it could be 2 or 3 times, and with regular intervals of time. It could be like, first ADR could be in the month of January, and then second might come in February beginning, and then towards the end of February. So third has been the maximum so far. And after that, he got a couple of ghost updates. So ghost update is a good indication where the information whatsoever you have uploaded is just getting onto the system, and you are likely to get the PR confirmation portal very soon. Now, in this case, he got it today. Like she got it today. Another timeline under Stream B again, June 15th, AOR was received on February 24th. Now you can see here again, there were a couple of ghost updates, and then PR approval actually came today itself. So only thing, once you get the PR approval, upload your photograph and your latest address so that the ECOPR can be received, and then the PR card would be mailed to you. Moving on to another timeline under Stream B again, June 9th submission time period. And then you have to call up IRCC to get the TFN number. For those who don't know the number, it's 1-888-242-2100, and try to get hold of during morning hours. 8 to 4 p.m. is actually the time from Monday to Friday, Eastern time zone. So there would be long waiting, and I have covered the whole process how you can go in, because when you dial the number, you will not get through. You have to sometimes just press the options out there, and I have explained the process. I'm gonna put the link in the description box below here. The TFN was received on February 10th, and then there was the medicals were passed. So this update would be under the portal, and AOR was received within a 20 days time period. Within 12 days time period after TFN. So that is also possible if you're getting the TFN. Yes, your file is getting on the system, and TFN is a temporary file number. It is not equivalent to AOR. AOR will take another 2 to 4 weeks time period from the date when you receive TFN. Now, this time period could be longer than 4 weeks. It depends upon the application and the visa officer, whosoever is assigned on yours on the system. Now, he got the ghost updates. There were a couple of ghost updates, and then the portal request came in on March 31st, and within 4 days time period, ECOPR was received. Now at this stage, when you receive the ECOPR, make sure you link up your PR card, so you should be able to get more information when exactly it's been delivered by IRCC, and the time slot, like most likely you should be able to receive the PR card within 4 to 6 weeks time period from the date of ECOPR. Okay, this is an interesting timeline of Stream B. He's applied on May 16th at 2:30 p.m. and might help you in some way. Like he linked up the application on December 15th, AOR was received, and then there was an ADR for dependent's passport. So if you get this kind of a requirement, it is not only restricted to dependent's passport. It could be any document like required by IRCC. Now, in this case, he received that ADR on January 17th and he was supposed to submit it by January 24th. So he actually got 7 days notice to do that. He raised a web form to extend the deadline for passport submission and on January 18th. The very next day, he raised the second web form with the proof of passport appointment and LOE that it cannot be submitted within 7 days. So, again, I'm not talking only for this particular document. Even if you've got the request for PCC or any document which you think that you'll not be able to meet within that deadline, you can always raise a web form and don't forget to submit the LOE. And that's, I have been telling it from the beginning. So when you update this under your file, it's more self-explanatory and it's easier for the visa officer to understand that okay, this applicant is trying and striving hard to get that document. After that, he got the confirmation also from IRCC, although it took him almost a month in receiving the letter from IRCC that the request for the extension for passport submission was granted, and that was on February 23rd. This time he got 30 days time period to submit that document. It was all through now. And now he got the ECOPR on March 8th. After that, there was a request for the passport again. So he submitted the document through VFS and have already covered the process how you can actually do it. The link again, I'll try to submit, like put it in the description box below here. And then they got the PR card that was on April 2nd. Okay, this is Stream A case, July 16. There was no ADR, and you know, since all the documents were submitted upfront, it becomes easier for the visa officer to evaluate your file. Application was linked on April 1st using the UCI and family name and passport. And then there was an AOR. It was received today itself, 4:06 p.m. Okay, this is Stream B case, July 12th. And as I said, that Stream B is getting through really good pace now. AOR was received. There was an ADR for police clearance certificate that was on January 27th, and then PCC was submitted with web form. And then ADR for IMM5562 and Schedule A actually came on March 22nd. So it was also submitted. So you can see here that the first ADR for PCC came on January 22nd. 27th. And the second ADR actually came on March 22nd. So it took IRCC visa officer to like make the second call for the ADR for 2 months. So this could also happen. After that, within a week's time period, he got the application approved and portal request was done. And ECOPR was received on April 1st. In this case, Stream B again, June 14, and AOR and ADR again for the police clearance certificate on March 1st. There was ADR for T4 form, again came on March 25th. So the first ADR for PCC on March 1st, and within 24 days, he got the second ADR for T4 slips, and the time is also specified. Sometimes it might not be on your slip, so just when there is no they don't mention the duration for the T4 slips or any document, just make sure that you submit for the last couple of months. So that's mandatory. And then it was all submitted, ghost updates, and finally got the PR approval confirmation email and request on April 1st. Another Stream B case, May 25th with Inland Spouse. Now, when you have submitted the file with your Inland Spouse, the time-taking process would be relatively less as compared to your Outland Spouse. There are a number of factors responsible for it because you have to submit each and every document from India or from your native country. So the time-taking process relatively would be reduced when you have the dependent out here in Canada. In this case, AOR was received on January 18th, and then medicals were all passed. Portal request came in on March 29th. Everything was all in pace, and now you can see that today itself, this candidate was able to get the ECOPR with spouse, information in. Now, in this case, they just have to link the PR card, and after that, it will all be through. Had it been with your Outland spouse, there would have been a request for the PPR via VFS for your spouse. So just keep all these things in mind. And yeah, so This is going through a really smooth pace. All I would advise you, just have to have little patience out there. And in case if you are getting all the responses from IRCC, just make sure that you post and keep your information updated. You should all be through. And in case if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe and share it with your friends and family. Till then, take care and stay safe, guys. Bye.